Ma'am, you can start.
Okay. Uh, a very good afternoon to one and all present here. I, Dr. Priti Khatri, on behalf of IMS Noida, welcome you all on this second day workshop on the data analysis with Python. So, firstly, I would like to welcome Shri Rajiv Kumar Gupta ji, President IMS Noida, Dr. Manju Gupta, Dean Academics IMS Noida, Dr. Ajay Kumar Gupta, Dean SOIT IMS Noida, Ms. Preeti Rani Rajvanshi, Program Coordinator SOIT, today's resource person, Ms. Poonima Gupta, Assistant Professor SOIT, all Deans and HODs of IMS, my dear colleagues, students, research scholars, and all the participants from various backgrounds who have joined with us through online session. So now start the second day session, the workshop on Python with Pandas and NumPy. So I would like to welcome Poonima Gupta ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very good afternoon to all participants. So let's start and continue with the NumPy. Let me share my screen. Is it visible? Please let me know.
Yeah, ma'am, it's visible.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, it's visible.
Thank you, sir. So let's start with data analysis with Pandas and NumPy. As we have discussed yesterday, many things about the Python and related to Pandas and NumPy and also Matplotlib. Even I'm sure that you all have now aware with that what is Pandas and why are we using Jupyter Notebook and what is Python, NumPy and Matplotlib and many more library we have discussed also yesterday. So what is the agenda of today? Let me show you first. Yes, we will do some exercise with multiple methods and I will tell you how to do joining and concatenate on the data frame, import and export file. Yes, of course, we have discussed about how to import CSV or Excel file. In today's session, I will tell you how to export it. Okay. And we will discuss most important it's a feature of Python is time series. And after that, I will tell you about a NumPy operation like a reshape and identity of matrix and matrix multiplication and visualization. Okay, so before starting this, let me come my notebook. Yes, it is a Jupyter notebook, and this is notebook that I have saved yesterday session, and we have discussed many things just like how to create a series and how to create a data frame using dictionary and here and we have also discussed that how to import a file, and I'm sure that you all have remembered about it, that how to import file. Just like using from E drive, you want to import your file, then you have to write whole path and with file names. And yes, one more important thing that you have to remember, if you are importing your file with extension, then please carefully, if you are importing a file with XLS, then please write here XLS. And if you are importing a XLXS file, then please mention here. Otherwise, it will give you error. Yes, and I told you that how to find a largest number. Just like I have taken the Excel sheet that have a COVID-19 all cases. Just like for from many more countries and territories, even all countries and territories, and there were mentioned date, month, year, and how many cases were arise on that day, and how many deaths were happened. So we have analyzed this all thing using a pandas. Okay, I have mentioned also between, some, and mask 1 and mask 2. I have used this for filtering the data using a multiple columns, and after that head and tails, and then how to prepare a chart. Yes, that chart I have prepared, it is not a feature of Pandas, it is a feature of Matplotlib, and therefore I have import first, when I start my notebook, then I have imported first Pandas, NumPy and Matplotlib, and after that I have designed it. Okay, so today we will discuss some new features of Pandas. Okay, let's start. Yes, here's a notebook, and I have already told you that how to open it. You have to click on a new and then select Python 3. Okay, so I have selected here. First of all, uh, we have to import a file, import a library, sorry, import pandas as pd, and then import numpy as pd, because I'm going to use today numpy also. As NP, it is not mandatory to write NP or PD, but it has been become a standard to write a program. You can also write import pandas as P or import panda as D. Okay, now import matplotlib, import matplotlib dot pyplot pyplot as plt. Now press shift enter, or you can click on the run button. After executing this line, it will give you a number. It has been executed on line number 2. Okay. So first of all, as I said that we will apply many features of the pandas on our imported Excel file. So first of all, what will you have to do? First of all, I have to import a Excel file. Therefore, we have to write PD. PD stands for Python, and then write read. I'm going to read an Excel file. Therefore, I'm writing here Excel. If you want to read a CSV file, then you will write here CSV. Okay. I want to read a file. I'm just taking this COVID-19. Okay. I'm taking it paths. Control V, and then file name is covid.xls. Actually, it is taking some time. I don't know why. Therefore, it is showing the asterisk sign still. And after executing, it will display your data. Still, it is running. Without executed, I can't do anything. Yes, now it has been. But I don't know why in yesterday's session it was not taking much more time. Let's see. Okay. So we have import this file. Now I'm going to apply some methods and some function on it. Actually, first of all, to apply all method, as I mentioned before, that to apply all functions or any features of pandas, first of all, we have to storing in any other variable. Okay. So I'm just storing it in df. It is taking too much time, really. Okay, so we have imported it, and I have stored it in df, that means a data frame. You can write any variable name over here. Now if you want to check shape of your data frame, then you can write here df.shape. Okay, it will return you how many rows are there and how many columns are there. Okay, here 29,086 rows, that means index, and 11 columns. Okay, now if you want to check how many columns are there and how many what is the column name, then you have to write here df.columns. Okay, columns, that means it will return you how many columns are there. I mean, what is the name of the column, just like a day, month, year, case, date, etc. Okay, and here's another feature if you want to see. Yes, it will return you all df.access. Here, please keep remember that if I talk about the access is equal to 0, that means I'm talking about the index. And if access is equal to 1, that means I'm talking about column. Okay. So here, df access return range index start 0, stop this, and step 1 means it is executing from 0, and it has end with a 29086, and step means how many numbers it is skipping. It is skipping only 1. That means after 0, 1 will come, then 2, then 3. Okay, and here is given all the column name. Okay, if you want to see all over information about your data frame, then you can write here df.info. Yes, you can see here. You can see here it is given all over information about a data frame, all entries, and number of columns and name of columns, and how many not null value. Okay, here it is describing that if we have a 29,086 column, that we have not null value, that means there is not any null value. And here also mentioned d type. D type means data type, means a day has integer 64 and month has integer 64. And just like if we talk about the countries and territories, GUID, it is mentioned as an object, and population is mentioned in the form of float 64. That it is just carrying overall information about your data frame. Okay, if you only want to see a data type, then you have to write here df dot dtypes. Okay, it will return only the data type of your data frame. Okay, all columns. Okay, as I mentioned yesterday, that I will teach you how to export your data. We perform many operations, and in which we import our data and perform many operations, but didn't export your data. So I'm going to tell you how to do. First of all, I hope you all remember that how to filtering the data. After filtering the data, such like if I say that I have this data frame, and I wanna filter my data according to India only. I want to see cases only about India. Okay. So first of all, I will filter it, and after that, I will export it in the form of Excel file. Okay. One more important thing about export, I would like to tell you. Suppose if you have a installed Jupyter notebook, and it will easy to import, but when you export your file, sometimes it gives error, because if you have not installed open py excel, okay, open py excel or excel writer, then it will throw an error. So listen carefully. Pandas write Excel file using XLWT modules for XLS Okay, XLWT for XLS, and open PYXL or XLS writer module for XLSX. Okay, let me write here, then you will clear with this. I have told you yesterday that how to make your cell as a markdown. For XLS, I am writing. For XLS, you need XLWT. Means you will have to go in the path where you have installed Jupyter Notebook and mention here pip install XLWT. Okay, and just like if you are using XLSX, means if you have a Excel file with this extension, then you will have to import install INSTALL. Yes, install open PYXL. Okay, so please keep remember it. So we have mentioned this. Now as we have imported this all files using set enter. Yes. Okay, so first of all, I will filter the data and after that store in other variable and then I will export it. Okay, so first let me do df, and here is as I said that I will filter according to a GeoID and I will take information about India, only India. Okay, then you take here and GeoID is equal to, if you write only one equal sign and you write like this, then what will happen? It will assign in all GeoID IN value. Therefore, you are comparing the data. Therefore, you have to use a double equal sign. Okay. Yes, it is displaying the data, but it is not displaying your all data frame. It is only describing that all which have a false value and which have a true value. So I want to see my data frame. Therefore, it's easy. Just copy it from here. And yes, now write df and further square bracket and then this. Okay. Now it will show only those data that have those had information about India. As you can see here, GeoID is IN. Okay, and here code and territory code is India, and continent is showing Asia. Okay, so it is only visible here. I want to export it. Therefore, first of all, I will save in another variable. Let's do this. Just copy it, and I want to save with the name of India, or let's take a df5. Okay, I'm taking df5 is equal to these all lines, and press shift enter. Now what happened? It has the filter data has been stored in df5. Okay, now df5 has become a data frame that have information, only information that belongs to India. Now I want to export this file. So for export this file, you have to write df5 dot, just like we were writing the read Excel, I will have to write here to Excel, EXCEL, and now give path where you want to store your data. I want to store my data in the same drive. So right here. Okay, and what will my data frame name? df5.xls. Okay, now enter. Yes, it doesn't show any error. That means the code has been executed successfully. That means I have imported file, and after that filtering, I have make a file. Those name is df5, and it will have content only belongs to India. Okay, just see it has been created or not. To check, you can go on your home page and you can see here. Is there any DF5 Excel file? Yes, it is here. You can see DF5 XLS. That means Excel file has been created with the name of DF5. You can also check in your folder. Just come here and you can see here. Yes, DF5 file has been created. Let's check. It should have information about India only. Yes, you can see over here. In this Excel file, the information that have been stored only belong to India. Okay. Yes, you can see over here. Very nice. Okay. So, you can see in your home page in Jupyter Notebook, it also mentioned that on what time it has been created. It has been created some seconds ago, and what is the file size. It is 34.3 KB. Okay. So you can import your data, and after filtering, you can export your data in the form of Excel or CSV. Okay. Let's continue. Now I want to, yes, now I want to show you how to sorting your data, and after that we will discuss a AS type function. .as type function. What is the meaning of AS type function? Let me first tell you that how to sort, and after that I will tell you how to use AS type function. Okay. So for filtering your sorting your data, you have to first then you have to do underscore and then sort. Sorry, uh, this sort and then values. Values according to which column you want to sort your data. You have to mention here. I wanna sorting on the base of suppose I want to be I want to sort my data on the base of cases. Then write here CASES cases and column sorry comma, and then write ascending is equal to false. If I write ascending is equal to false, what is the meaning of this? Actually, if I write ascending is equal to false, that means it will sort in a ascending order. Sorry, descending order, because I'm writing here false. Run. Okay. You can see here it has been sorted on the basis of a cases, and you can see it is not in a increasing order, it is in decreasing order. The cases has been first 27,000, then 26, then 24,000, then 24,850, 24,248, just like that. Okay. And if you want to see, as you can see, we are not able to see all over indexes. Then you can mention over here head 10. That means it will display 10 data from above. Okay. You can see it clearly that it has been sorted in descending order. Okay, just like that. And if you want to store it in your Excel file, then the same way you can import it using to Excel. To import data, you have to write read Excel, and to export, you have to write to Excel. But don't forget to install the library that I have mentioned before. Okay, so right now I want to sorting on a basis of depth and in ascending order. Then write here true. Okay, just it is displaying you 10 data in ascending order. Actually, some have 0 dates, therefore it is displaying. If you want to see it from a bottom side, then mention here tell 10. Okay. Yes, now you will be able to see it is displaying data in the order of ascending. 445, then 465, and just like it is in increasing order. Okay. So I'm sure that you have understand that how to sort the data. And now I'm going to tell you about the .as type. Yes, what is the meaning of as type? .as type. Actually, just like we have used in our C or C++ typecasting. You might remember about this. Typecasting is used to change the data type of your data frame. Okay.
Punya ma'am, your screen is not visible.
Okay, ma'am.
It got unshare.
Wait. Now?
Yeah, now it is visible. I request you all, please don't scribble on the screen. It is very difficult for us to continue the session then.
Okay.
Please continue, ma'am.
Yeah. So we were discussing about what is the meaning of .as type. Actually, as type is nothing. It is a method is used to cast a pandas object to a specified data type. Okay, using it, we can say that the as type function is a very useful when we want to case a when we want to change a particular column data type of another data type. Let me show you that how can we do this. Suppose you can I have checked that what is the data type of a day, just like it here a day has a int 64 data type. I want to change it in the form of float. Then what will I have to mention? Just like df 10 day, and then write here ASTYPE. It is used for casting your data type. Okay, in which form you want to keep your a column, just like a day has already have an integer 64. I want to change it in a float. Then I have to mention here float 64. .s tag float 64. Okay, now you can see here it has been changed in the form of float. Okay, so using a .as tag you can convert your data type in any form, just like if you have create your data using using a float and you want to change further into a integer, then you can do it. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you about how to joining. We have seen here how to filter and import, export, etc. Okay, let's come to the slides. Yeah, it was an agenda I have already discussed. Now I'm going to tell you how to join in pandas. There are 4 types of joining I'm going to tell you in pandas: inner join, full join, left join, and right join. Okay. Yes. Using graph, you can easily understand that what is the meaning of an inner join. It is a picture of an inner join, and it is outer join. It is a left join and right join. Okay, let's understand. Inner join in pandas. As you can understand, if you have a 2 file, one is product or one is customer or any other file you have, and if you apply inner join, the inner join is the most common type of join you will working with. It return a data frame with only those rows that have a common characteristics. Okay, it will return only those data that have a common characteristics. Okay, outer join, full join also known as a full outer join, return all those records which either have a match in left or right data frame. That means it will return all over data. What is the meaning of left join? Left join also known as a left outer join. It will return the data that match from the left data frame. Okay. And right join also known as a right outer join. It's similar to the left outer join. The only difference is that all rows of data right data frame are taken as at as it is, and only those of the left data frame, those are common in both. Just like that, this both are a reverse of each other. Okay, so I'm going to show you that how to do practical on this, how do we perform left and left join, right join, inner and outer join. Okay, come to the notebook, and yes, I'm going to tell you. Okay, for this we have to take a 2 data frame exactly, because after taking this 2 data frame I will apply joining on that. So let's take first, let me write here, we are going to do concat and join. Okay, we will have to make a markdown, don't forget, otherwise it will give you an error. Now as I said that we need two data frame, after that we can apply. Okay, I have yes, I have these two Excel files, C1 and C2. Let me show you. C1 and C2. I have made it a small Excel file so that you can easily understand it. It has a customer ID and food ID. Okay, and C2 also have a customer ID and food ID. This let's understand, assume it that it belongs to a week one. That in week one, which customer has come to their restaurant and take food and took food. Okay, just like that in C2. I have mentioned record according to week 2. That means in week 2, which customer has gone there and took food. Okay. So first of all, I have to import it. For importing your data, what will you have to write? I'm sure that all you have learned about it, that what to write here. PD means pandas, PD dot read, and then Excel. And what to do? Yes, you have to take this path. I'm just taking, and now mention, and then write C1 file name XLSX. Okay, select enter. Yes, we have imported it. Just like that, I want to import C2 file also, then copy it. Actually, I want to store this 2 file. Yes, right here C2. Okay, I want to store it in another data frame. I'm taking a data frame name week 1. Shift enter. Yes, we have imported it, and now week 2. Yes, you can see here that Jupyter Notebook had providing you a facility to, that you can move up or down, or anytime you can go there. Suppose I want to change something here, then I go back and then change here, and after shift enter, it will execute your information into your program. Okay. So I am just writing here. I have stored in data in week 1, and C2 data I am storing in week 2. Okay. Okay, we have stored these both in week 1 and week 2. I have imported this file. Let's check week 1 and comma week 2. Yes, after running, you can run 2 or more data frame at the same time. Here I have executed week 1 and week 2. Okay. So you can see here, it is a week 1 data, it is a week 2 data. Now I'm going to tell you that how to concat these 2 data frame. It is very simple. You have to write pd dot concat, concat, okay? And then what will you do? We will write here our data frame name, but please keep remember that before mentioning your data frame name, you have to mention here first objs. That means it will consider as your objects. Objs is equal to what? Week 1 and week 2. Okay. Yes, as you can see here, pd.concat object1 and equal to week 1 and week 2, and we get the data after concatenating. Okay, it's very simple. Yes. Now I'm going to tell you that how we perform joining. Okay, joining. Yes, we are going to discuss about the join. Okay, if you want to join week 1 and week 2 data, I want to apply inner join. What will we get? You all know about it, that inner joining, what will you return? Let's check. It is returning about inner joining concept or not. Let's check. Week one dot merge, and then small bracket, and then write week 2. Okay, then comma. You have to mention here that which type of joining you want to apply on your data frame. Therefore, I have write here week 1, then dot merge and week 2. Okay, we have mentioned here that I wanna merge these two data frame, but on which type of joining you want to apply, you have to mention it how. I wanna apply inner join. Then I have mentioned here how is equal to inner, and then you have to mention on what column, on which column you want to. Actually, here is a column customer ID. Okay, let me take it from here. On, and then okay, we have mentioned here how inner, and on. In on I have write column name. Now run. Okay, you can see here. Okay, just like that. If you want to see, if you want to apply any other type of joining, just like the inner, outer, left join or right join, you can mention here. Yes, it is a relevant data. Have you checked here? You can see it has a concatenated before. It have a 2 3 4 and 2 3 4 here also, record of week 2. And we have that means it will display only, it will select only those data that have a common attributes in both table. Okay, now if you want to apply, outer joining, then what will you write? Have to write what will be display outer join. Yes, it is displaying both data. Okay, from table, from data frame 1, that means week 1 and week 2 is just taking data, and after joining it is displaying your data, and you can store it in your another data frame, and you can export it. Okay, yes, one more thing. If you want to add any suffix, with your columns, then you can mention here. It is also a feature of a merge function. You can mention here in merge, and you can write, let me copy it. Yes, if you want to add a suffix, then mention here after comma, write SUFFIXES. Okay, don't forget to write SUFFIXES, and then after equal to sign, you have to make a list using a suppose I want to display here with food ID week 1, because it belongs to the data of week 1. Then I have mentioned week 1, and then yes, keep it in a double quotes. Okay, then comma, and second suffix what will be week 2. Okay, now run it. Invalid syntax, there is some error. Let me check. How outer on and suffix is equal to. Yes, here I have mentioned 2 times double quotes. Okay, so remove it and mention only. Okay, let me write it further. Yes, V1. Okay, is it right now? Yes. Now you can see here that after applying outer join, its suffix has been added in your column food ID week 1 and food ID week 2. Okay. So you can apply a suffix on it. Okay. Just like that, if you want to apply a left join or right join, then what will you have to do? You just copy it and after paste, you can apply here. You have to mention here left instead of outer because you want to apply left join output. Yes, you can see. Okay. Any means null value, means it does not have any value. And if you want to apply a outer join in the same way, you have to write here. Right join. You have to write here right, and you will get your data. Okay, fine. So we have discussed about how to do join, how to concatenate, and now let's do something, some more filtration on this data. Here you can see that here is an NaN value and NaN value, and if I ask you that remove that column that have a null value, okay, then what will you do? To remove if you want to remove if you want to remove your index that have a null value, then how to do it? Let's hence mention a drop and a. Okay, drop and a as a function that used to remove the index, that have a okay. So if you want to apply on I have mentioned the name with suppose to equal. Okay. As you can see, I'm going back and editing my program. You can also do it. It is a feature of Jupyter Notebook. And here that I have told it that I filter. I'm storing in another variable that name is W. Now I want what W has what text. Some noise are coming, please. Uh, Okay, here what W has after applying join on my data frames, I have stored in a new data frame that name is W. Okay, now I want to apply. What did I say that I want to remove those index that have a null value? Then how will you do it? For that you have to write W and whatever data frame name you have mentioned, not W. Okay, I have mentioned to make it easy. Now right here drop and a, it's just spelling is right, yes, drop and a, and press shift enter. Yes, you can see here after clearing your data, means after removing a null value, you have got your data frame just like this. It has removed this index and this index. Okay, that's very simple. Yes, now if I want to tell if I am going to tell you that i'm just just want to add one more cell over here. You can, if you want to add a new cell anywhere, you can just keep your cursor here and click on the plus button. Okay, you can see that it is adding the cell. Okay, now uh, I wanna remove this null value, but I don't want to remove my index. Actually, I want to replace it with some other value. So what will you have to do? There is another function that's name is using drop NA. You have drop your index, but using fill NA, FILLNA, using fill NA, you can fill new data instead of a null value. Okay, what is the function name? It's fill NA. It is a function. Just make it mark down, otherwise we'll give an error. Okay. Okay, I'm going to use fill NA. So you will have to write here W and then dot fill NA. Now fill NA, you will have to give here a value that will replace your null value, data frames null value. Okay, so I have mentioned here fill NA. I wanna suppose I want to replace it with a 5. Then you can write here and press enter. Yes, you can see here in the place of null value it has been replaced with a 5. Okay, so you can do it very easily. Okay, then we have applying very clearing and modification and filtering of data. One more feature I want to tell you. I have already discussed n large and n smallest. Yes, w dot stack. Yes, w dot stack. Stack is a function name that you can use with your data frame. It will give you a information according to just like this, just like it is giving a particular customer ID and then week 1 food ID and then week 2 food ID, just like okay, you can see that it has been separated according to a customer ID. So you can use it w dot stack function. Okay, we have mentioned. Yes. Now come to NumPy, and one more thing was there. Wait. Yes, with suffix. Yes, one more thing. Yes. If you want to make a chart of your data frame, first of all, you will have to import a matplotlib. Have I import or not? Let me check. Yes, I have already imported this library. So come here and want to apply. I want to make a pie chart on data frame W. Okay, or you want to a week 1. You can apply on anyone. Just if you want to apply on week 1, then just come here and insert a new cell, then write week 1. Okay, week 1 dot plot and dot pi. I have a 2 attribute. One is y or subtotal. You can use anyone. I'm going to use a y. Y is equal to. I want to make a pie chart on the basis of a food ID. Okay, so I have mentioned here food and then ID. Spelling is right. Let me check. Yes. Week 1 dot plot dot pi and okay, fine. Yes, it is displaying a pie chart for your food ID. You can see here. If you feel that your pie chart is looking very small, then you have also option to increase its size. How will you increase its size? Just copy it and let me. Yes, I'm adding one new cell and right here. Okay. It will be just like this as it is. You have to mention a new feature. That name is fig size. That means figure size. And what size you want to mention right here, 7 and comma 7. Okay, is it fine now? Yes, you can see here it is displaying your uh, chart with this size, and it is much more better than before. Okay, then you can make any type of chart using matplotlib. And what type of chart you want, a pie chart, line chart, bar chart, whatever you want, you can make it using this function. Now come to let's let's discuss some NumPy feature. Why do we need NumPy? What is the feature of NumPy? Actually, I have mentioned yesterday also that uh, MATLAB has been replaced by a NumPy because of its speed, and simplicity. Okay, so come here first. Yes, here time series as also we have to discuss. Okay, first just get a NumPy, then we will discuss. Okay, NumPy. NumPy packages a powerful n-dimensional array, sophisticated functions, tools for integrated C and C++. NumPy package is used to perform different operations, and NumPy often used along with a package like SciPy, means scientific Python, and Matplotlib. Matplotlib stands for plotting library, and this combination is widely used as a replacement for MATLAB, a popular platform for technical computing. However, Python alternative to MATLAB is now seen as a more modern and complete programming language. It is open source, which is an added advantage of NumPy. Okay, it is a NumPy operations. NumPy operations, it can perform mathematical and logical operation, Fourier transform and shape manipulation. I will show you how to do it, and random number generation and linear algebra also. Okay. Uh, yes, it gives you a facility. You can make any size of array, just like if you want to write any algorithm that have a very big size array, 1 dimension, 2 dimension, 3 dimension, any type of array you can implement, and you can perform any type of mathematical and scientific operation on it. Okay, as you can see here, first understand it, what is the index of this. Just like it is a 2 dimension array, it has 4 rows and 3 columns, isn't uh, yes. Okay, if I talk about this cell and this cell and this cell, you all know about it, that how to index it will be considered as a 0, 1, 2, and 3. And it is also 0, 1, 2. Then if I said that you want to read 6, then what will be the address of this? 1 and 1. 1 for rows and 1 for columns. Okay. So let's understand first how to make a single dimensional array using a NumPy. Actually, NumPy is also a library, just like a Pandas. It has its own feature, and Pandas has its own feature. There are many more features this all library have, but you can understand that it is not easy to tell you each and everything in a few minutes. Okay, so I'm telling you those all important methods and function, and I'm showing you all things that is very necessary to know. And after learning these all things, you can enhance your knowledge from net or any other else. Okay. Okay, so let's see. For making a array, single dimensional array, you have to import NumPy as NP. An array, you can see here, just like I was using in pandas, using pandas, pd dot read axle, pd dot read, pd dot index, pd dot etc etc, just like that. That all was a feature of pandas. Therefore, I mentioned PD dot. And if I see here array, and then it is a feature of NumPy. It is not a feature of Panda. Okay, then because of that, I have mentioned here np dot array and mention here list. Using list, we are passing a list within list, and within list you can create a multi-dimensional array. I have passed here only one list. As you can see, I have already told you about this, that if we are using a square bracket, that means it is a list. And if I'm using a curly braces, that means it is a dictionary. Okay, so here a list is mentioned, and using np dot array, you are creating, using list you are creating an array. We will see this using a programming on a hands-on session. Here np dot array, it is a multi-dimensional. You can see here it is a two-dimensional array. I have passed here 1 2 as a list. It is a one list, and it is a second list. I have passed here two lists. Okay, and you can see that it has a square bracket for 1 2 and 3 4, and after that it has again a square bracket. That means it is creating a two-dimensional array. Okay. Yes, it is a function np dot array print say shape, just like in our data frame we have used shape for to know that how many rows and columns are there. Just like that, it is also inform you about its rows and column. I mean, a two-dimensional array has how many rows and how many columns. Okay. Yes, it is also. Yes, you can also, if you want, as in a previous slide, I have checked here that how many rows and column are there. But if you want to see, if you want to apply on this, that it should have three rows and two columns, then you can also mention it using a dot shap is equal to 3 comma 2. That means it will create these array. It will create these array in the form of 3 rows and 2 columns. As you can see here, the output is also given. Okay. Yes, here's also a function a range, just like a Python. Yes, you are learning here pandas, numpy, and matplotlib. You all aware with the Python. Then you have used a multiple time range, range. What is the meaning of range? Range, if you mention their range and in bracket 5, that means it will run from 0 to 4. Just like that, in NumPy, you can't use a range. You will have to use np dot a range. Okay. Okay, you can see here that here it is a it has been programmed for a 3-dimensional array. Okay, so let's start. Then how will you do program on this? After that, I will tell you how to make a time series. Okay. Yes, we are going to discuss NumPy. Okay, let's start from here. I'm going to make a array using NumPy. In this workshop, you have I'm sure that you all have understand very well that how to use pandas and matplotlib, and what and how will you use NumPy. I'm going to tell you. Okay, let's start how to make first array. And we can also create a array using a random number. That means you are not going to give any number. It will generate automatic number, and it will create an array. And also how to transform an array, and multiplication and sum of array. Okay, etc, etc, and identity. Okay, let's check. We have already imported import NumPy as panda. Okay, so now write my array is equal to np dot array. Okay, np.array, A-double-R-A-Y. It is a function of NumPy, not pandas. You can't write here pd.array, and I have to pass here what? Any numbers, which number you want to create array. Okay, okay, set enter. Now you can check has your array has been created or not. My A-double-R, yes, it is a spelling. Yes, this array has been created. Whatever number you have passed, using that number has been created, sorry, array has been created. And if you want to access any number, then you can write here my array and a square bracket. If I write 2, then what number will you get? You will get 3 5 6 3 4. Then array has always start from 0. That means 0 1 2 3. Okay, that means we will get a which number? Yes, 6. Is it okay? Is it right? uh, it is mentioned for 0 and it is for 1 and then 2 and 3. Then I want to see the data on array 2 index of 2, then it has displayed 6. Okay, but uh, if I want to see 0 comma 1, will it display your data? No, it will give you an error because it has been we are using only one bracket, only one square bracket to make it. Therefore it has been only one value, 0 1 2 3. It does not have any other value using which you can access your data. But if you want to do like this, then you will have to okay, don't change it here. Let me copy it, and now I will change it here. Okay, just type here one more square bracket, one more square bracket. Now run it. uh, yes, I have missed here square bracket. Now it is right. Yes, now right. Okay, so you can write here my A-double-R. Now if you want to access using 0 comma 2 or 0 comma 1, then it will display your data. Okay, okay. Now if you want to see, let's make a two-dimension array. Okay, how will we make it? As I have told you, suppose I'm going to make a list array is equal to, it is a feature of NumPy, therefore we will have to mention here np dot A-double-R-A-Y array, and then in bracket I'm going to tell you that how to create a two-dimensional array. Okay, in bracket we will make list. I'm going to pass value 1 2 3 and then comma, further any other value 4 5 6 suppose, and then comma, and then 7 8 and 9. Okay, now run it, set enter. It is giving an error. Only two known keyword arguments accepted. Yes, what have missed? Square bracket. Is it fine now? Curly braces. Now right? Yes. If you missed any bracket, then of course it will give you an error. Okay, now let's check. Have your two-dimensional array has been created or not? List array. Yes, you can see here that array has been created using a how many? 3 and 3 means it has a 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay. Now, if you want to check its data type, its shape, and its size, then you can mention here using a list dot d type. D type. What error it is giving? Type list has no attribute D type. I think it is in. Sorry, it is a name of our array. It's list array, not only list. Let me check. It is D type or D types. Okay, it is D type. D typ, not PES. Okay, don't mention S. It will returning you a data type. All data have a data type integer 32. Okay. Okay. Now you can check its shape also. SHAPE. Yes, it is giving you a 3 into 3. Okay. Now, if you wanna see its array size also, you can check it using the. Yes, it is giving a 9. 3 into 3 means 9 elements are there. Now I'm going to tell you that how to create a matrix with 0 numbers. You don't worry about it. You have to write only. I'm going to tell you zeros. I'm going to create a matrix that have a 0 numbers. So I'm giving a number of its matrix is zeros. Not necessary to write here 0. You can mention any number. Zeros. Okay, zeros and 2 comma 5. Uh, let's just execute it. 0. Yes, I have mentioned here. I want to create a matrix that have a 2 rows and 5 columns. And what will be the element filled with? It will be filled with zeros. Therefore, it has created a matrix for us that have a 2 rows and 5 columns. Okay. Yes, just like that. If you want to create a array, if you want to create an array using a range, as I have already mentioned that you can't use here range, you will have to use a range for displaying for creating an array. Let's create. How can we create this? You can write here np dot range. Suppose I have mentioned here 15. Yes, it has created an array for you that have a value 0 to 14. That means 15 elements it have. Okay, from 0 it will be count. Now, yes, I want to create an identity matrix. So how will we create? Or using as I said that we can also create a random number. Using random number means you don't need to mention any number in this array. It will take any number from itself and it will create array for you. Okay, you can also write here np dot zeros 3 comma 3. What is the meaning of this? What it will display? np dot 0 3 comma 3. Yes, I have missed here one parenthesis. Okay, it has created 3 into 3 matrix with a 0 sign. Okay, now if I want to create an array, you can see here there are lots of methods, just like zeros and full I random dot random. There are lots of features. Okay, so uh, you can create is using a 4 comma 4 and If I write here 7. Yes, here parenthesis is missing. Now press uh, np dot full 4 comma 4 and then 7. Something is missing here. Why it is giving let me check np dot full. Okay, just leave it. I don't know what is the problem with this. Okay, just leave it. Okay, I'm going to tell you np dot I eye and then 7. Yes, it will create an which type of matrix is this? You all have read about a matrix. It is an identity matrix that in which I have given 7 sides of a matrix, and it is displaying you the whole matrix as an identity matrix. Just like that, there's lots of things to teach, but I know that we don't have too much time, and we have limited time. So therefore, it is tough to tell everything, each and everything. Random using this. Yes, it will create an array for you that have a random value. You can see here it have a 10 randoms value. Okay, so we have discussed in this workshop lots of things, just like what is a Python we have started, and what is how many types of library. Even if we talk about a Python, and it is said that it is a very easy language, then why? Because of its rich of library. It has a various type of library. According to your requirement, you can use any library, just like uh, we can we have seen yesterday there was a different type of library for machine learning, artificial intelligence, for big data, for analytics, and much more things. Okay, so I'm sure that you have learned many things from here. That how to use a pandas library, how to use matplotlib, and how to use a numpy. Okay, so I think we should stop here. So yes, session has been okay. Uh, you can ask your query. You can write your query on chat box. Actually, there are lots of things that really, but we have a limited time. So
Thank you very much, ma'am, Punima ma'am, for a great and wonderful session. So I would like to request all the participants, they can write their query in the chat box. If you have any query, you can ask. You can ask here in chat box.
yes, you can write your query.
Ma'am, one query is what is the feature of pandas?
Yes, there are, we can say there are lots of features, but if we talk about some limited features, some most prominent feature, then it is a data alignment and memory function. It allow you to reshaping and merge and joining, and it is also used for a time series that is used for future prediction. In machine learning,
Okay.
mostly used.
Okay. And what is the use of matrices?
Matrix is actually it is as you can see, we are not mostly use it because we are not trying to make a such type of algorithm, but where this type of algorithm is required, it makes you a very easy your calculation and such type of scientific calculation. Okay.
Okay. And one more query, ma'am. What is the difference between Python list and NumPy?
Python list and
NumPy.
there is nothing any difference. A list, actually list is a feature of a Python. Okay, list
Okay.
is a feature of Python. You can use it in your pandas, in NumPy, and any other library. With this, you can use it and you can create any type of a series. Just like we are using a pandas yesterday, and we were creating a series. And today, using a list, we have created a arrays, and matrices. Okay, so we can use it.
Okay. One more query. What is the use of, just a minute.
Next.
What is the use of NumPy, right use of NumPy in the field of data science?
Yes, NumPy, as I have already mentioned about it, in a data science. Data science means you can use the data analysis for data analytics. Okay, as we have discussed that data analysis is used for uh, past description and analytics for future. So NumPy can be used for any type of scientific calculation. If you want to perform on your algorithm, then you can apply it. And data analysis is not a limited thing, it is a big thing. And as you see that using a in academic and anywhere, everywhere it is used. So you using NumPy, you can do any calculation very easily.
Okay. One last query, ma'am. Just last query. Mutable and immutable difference. What is the difference between mutable and immutable? Yeah.
Good question. What mutable means you can change it. If I
Okay.
that list is a mutable, then you can change its side. But if I said that anything is immutable, that means it will not able to you will not able to change its size. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Purnima ma'am, for a wonderful session as a resource person for 2 days. Now it's the time for vote of thanks. So I would like to welcome Dr. Ajay Kumar Gupta, Dean Academics, SOIT. First, I would like to introduce Dr. Ajay Kumar Gupta, sir. Dr. Gupta has joined IMS Noida from the University of Delhi, where he was working as a director of Delhi University Computer Center. Dr. Gupta obtained his PhD in computer science and MBA in finance from the State University of New York at Stony Brook, New York, and MS in computer engineering from the University of Massachusetts, Amherst. He did his BE honors in electronics engineering from BITS Pilani. Dr. Gupta has been in academia since 1990, has worked in senior positions in various universities. So I welcome you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. It was a
Good
wonderful
afternoon.
session. We had 2 day session from Purnima, faculty of one of the esteemed and well reputed faculty of our department. I'm going to try to summarize what she has conveyed. So I think she started yesterday with the basics of Python, interpreting language much like Java. So just like we have JVM, which is a Java virtual machine, we have the PVM, which is the Python virtual machine, and the code that we execute is kind of interpreted. So we don't have a compiled file as such, but every statement as we enter is interpreted as it is entered. Then she explained the typical features of Python. It's a free and open source. It's an object-oriented language. It provides the GUI programming support. I hope I'm audible. Audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then it can be integrated with multiple languages such as C, C++, Java, etc. Then she explained about the flavors of Python, things like Jython, Python, Iron Python, Ruby Python. All these packages or flavors of Python are basically for different languages, like Java for Jython, Python for C, Iron Python for C++. There are some small syntax differences, but these packages are interusable. Then she explained why Python is very popular today. That is mainly because it is used by all big corporations such as Google, etc. It's an excellent language for data science operations. That is because of its libraries such as NumPy, PANDAS, Matplotlib, Pbond, etc. And then it is also used as a scripting language, which is very easy to use for automation. And Python is also capable of handling big data analysis, especially map-reduce type code. Then it has a good testing framework. It has excellent libraries for computer graphics and AI. The libraries for AI include Scikit, Keras, TensorFlow, OpenCV, etc. It has frameworks for web development such as Django. These are very popular. So overall, Python being highly portable and extensible, portable in terms of platform because of the bytecode generation, bytecode is generated on the fly for whichever platform you're running on, and extensible in terms of multiple languages being supported on it. It's simple and easy to learn. And then she differentiated between the concept of data analysis and data analytics, where data analysis is done on the existing data. So the data analysis tools that's supported by Python or what we call Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebook is a powerful way of writing your Python code. It uses the Python version, and because of that, it supports like maybe I think 40 different languages, including R and things like that. So it has multiple language support, and it integrates all the data analysis tools such as SQL, Java, SAS. So using Jupyter Notebook, she explained a lot of features to us. And the key features she explained for Pandas, NUMPY, and Matplotlib. Pandas is great for handling data. It's a time series management system, and it's easy. She explained how to do merge, joining, etc. Then NumPy also, she did a lot of work today, and it's a numerical Python. It's an extension of Python which is used for mathematical and numerical functions, multi-dimensional arrays, and processing of arrays. We all know numerical analysis, different types of analysis can be done. We have studied that. And then she explained how to generate charts using Matplotlib, static, animated, and how to use scripts for pandas. She explained the difference between series, data frame, and panel. Series being 1D data, data frame being 2D, and panel being 3D. She explained the difference between mutable and immutable data. That she did again today as a question. Then she took for today, she covered a live session using Jupyter Notebook, which is the IDE, you can say, for interactive Python. She started with the PANDAS series, how to import files, how to do filtering of data, how to sort data, and then finally how to plot the data. She explained all the features of Python. She explained some tags like AS type, which is more like typecasting, which we know in normal languages. So AS type is the thing used here for typecasting the data of columns. Then she explained the joining, full join, inner join, outer join, and things like that. And then commands like drop, NA, stack, etc. How to do the implement commands on the data frame, and how to finally make a chart out of the data frame. Then she explained about NumPy, NumPy being the open source, which has effectively replaced MATLAB. MATLAB, so the combination of SciPy and Matplotlib has become the new NumPy now. And that in that she explained how to create single dimensional arrays. She explained commands like shape, array, arrange, reshape, etc. Then how to make arrays, how to make single dimensional, two dimensional arrays, and then how to create metrics. She explained how to create zero metrics, identity metrics, random number metrics. And of course, due to shortage of time, she could not complete the other parts, which we would take it up in the next session if we have. And so in the end, she summarized, giving what is the strength of Python. Python, we know, is easy to learn. And the main strength of Python comes from its rich libraries. The libraries being the development work done by the open source people. So that was very nice. So I, on behalf of the president, Mr. Rajiv Kumar Gupta, Dean Academics Madam, Dr. Manju Gupta, all the faculty of SOIT and other departments, as the attendees who are visiting us, attending the session from other colleges and universities, I would like to thank Purnima Gupta. I would like to thank all the organizing team who have done a wonderful job and a wonderful session from Purnima Gupta. So thank you so much. Thank you all, and have a good afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And I would like to thanks to all the organizer teams, Manju Gupta ma'am, Dean sir, Prithrajanshi ma'am, Purnima ma'am, all the faculties of SOIT, and all the participants for such a wonderful 2 days workshop. Now, I would like to request all the participants, you have to fill the feedback form as a link shared in the chat box and as marked as a today's attendance. And after filling the feedback form, you can leave the session. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
सेशन ओवर हो गया।